guys. Can you see them okay?
Okay, who are these characters?
Oh, these, okay, so I decided on a psychedelic kind of thing one day. I used to watch Adventure Time, and I know I'm not caught up with it at all. At least probably a few seasons off, but I know that with all the weird creatures is because of a nuclear bombing that they're suspected. Because
in Adventure Time?
Yeah, in Adventure Time.
So this kind of feels like Adventure Time?
Yeah, it's basically, it's kind of the, it's always dystopian future with me. I don't know why.
Huh.
I guess I've always just liked it. It's kind of like a nuclear waste sort of thing. But the thing is, nobody remembers what happened.
Okay.
And so they're just like, oh, it's always been like this. I just woke up one day and here I am,
Does the show have a name?
I got the name Psychedelic stuck in my head, but I'm not sure if that would fit, or really. It doesn't have enough pizzazz to
And where
me.
did you find these characters?
I had them in a dream as well.
Okay, so tell me about that.
I don't remember much, but I remember that this little guy, and Sweelix here, the tall one, and Mr. Sunshine was a little blob, and all I can remember is was raiding a store for some reason, and I remember I could actually see him. He was very short. And I don't think he had arms at first when I first saw him. I know that Sweelix was very tall and lanky, and actually Mr. Sunshine, his entire look was exactly from the dream.
Oh, it was a lot of detail.
I remember, carries him in a bucket in the dream.
The one on the
slime,
ground?
yeah.
He carries him in a bucket?
And he's a pink blob thing that looks like half human or whatever, like a melted human, I guess.
I like that.
And he carries him in a bucket, and I don't know, I had the idea that Sweelix, I just thought of this right now, that since he doesn't have arms, he just wears the bucket around his neck.
Okay.
And it's hard to carry him around when they're running because, he's a big blob and he's actually pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Ob is very fast. He's very fast and very quirky, and he's not all there. He's kind of nutty, and he just doesn't really know. And then Sweelix is probably the most sane one there. There's always the character that's the most sane from everybody else, and that's Sweelix, and he's trying to figure out something. He doesn't remember his past life, but he knows that something happened, and he's trying to figure out what that is.
Okay.
But it's hard to because Ob is dragging him around to look at stuff and all that because he's ADD.
He is?
No.
He's ADD.
It's a joke.
Okay.
But, it would be funny. But Hob sees things too, I feel. Like the eyes on his ears don't actually see. They're just like moths, you know how they have patterns on their ears?
Oh, okay.
They're like that.
That's
They
nice.
do move around, but they don't actually see.
Okay.
They're like some sort of, I don't know what they are exactly yet, but his main eye is the one he sees through, and it changes colors and stuff. And in the show, it's very psychedelic, like some of those.
Does this show have a name? Is this psychedelic?
It might be psychedelic, I'm not sure. But there's abstract films where it's all psychedelic and, there's no real point to it. I mean, it's kind of based off of that. Some student films I've seen, I wanted to kind of make something like that. And it's going to be, blacks and just weird shapes and stuff and colors and just flashes and all that. Probably won't be for most people that have seizures, since it'll be probably really flashy and stuff. And but it's gonna be pretty bright,
The whole show.
It could be bright or it could be dark. It just changes from time to time.
Okay.
It's not consistent, and I'm thinking that the animation won't be consistent as well because it'll actually be more wobbly and weird to kind of fit the style. So the characters won't look perfect all the time, and they won't remain in the same shape. Will actually kind of change and move and stuff.
Okay.
And the other ones I just kind of came up with. I used a symmetry tool on my iPad when I was drawing, and I just came up with these guys.
Okay, so what are their names?
This is Two Tail. He's like he's a cat with two tails. He's probably purple, kind of like a Cheshire cat.
Okay.
Banana is named after, he's more of the creepier looking ones. His face is kind of split apart, and that his brain is showing, and there's one eye that sees everything. And he has long ears and like a tunic or whatever. And I named him Banana after Banana Split. He
Because of the
splits
split.
open.
That's a good idea.
And this is Jorp. He's a one of my friends actually designed him for fun. He's like a bunny fly thing.
Is it okay that you use him?
Yeah, I mean he just did it for fun. He didn't.
Who was it?
James, one of my friends.
Okay.
Not the normal James
Not
that
that
I.
James,
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
new James.
Did
Anyway,
you see these in any color in your dreams?
not really. And Mr. Sunshine, the little blob, was pink in my dream.
Okay.
Yes, I had a very clear idea of him. The rest of these two guys I just made on the spot. I made also with a
What are
symmetry
their
tool.
names?
This is Snips and this is Meals. And Meals is two bunnies that are fused together with a little flower sticker on their body. I don't know. It just came out
It's
of it.
creative, yeah.
And Snips is just like a living, walking scissors, basically.
Okay. I like his design.
Yeah, he's kind of weird looking here because he doesn't look exactly like he did with the...
So what is the idea of this show again, besides
It's
the
that
psychedelic?
Sweelix wakes up and, you know, he's probably the only ones that wondering what happened before he woke up.
Okay.
And because everything's kind of, you know, way off, so he's trying to figure out what happened.
Okay.
But he meets Ob and Mr. Sunshine, and Ob's dragging him around everywhere, kind of, you know, distracting him. And,
So he has work.
yeah, and, well, he never really had work. He's just trying to look around and explore, and I guess Ob's kind of helping him, but I also had the idea that there is policemen, but they're pigs, to put on the kind of thing they say about the government being pigs and stuff. That's how it looked like in my dream.
Support that?
No.
What looked like that in your dream?
It actually looked like that in my dream.
What, the police?
The policemen were actually
You
pigs.
saw policemen?
Yeah. They were actually pigs.
Are you gonna draw them?
Yeah, I did. They look more like constables from England.
Are you gonna put them with the rest of the guys?
I'm not sure, because
Okay.
they weren't really a main part of it. But
Oh, you just
They don't
put,
have
you
a-
just put the main characters.
yeah, I
here.
just put the main.
But there's backup characters too.
Yeah, these are
In your head.
Yeah,
How many
Meals.
backup characters do you have in your head?
Not many. There's just gonna be. There's not many people in the
Okay.
land. It's kind of
in
barren.
in this show.
Yeah.
But you've talked about other shows where there was hundreds.
Yes,
of
like has
characters.
hundreds and hundreds and
Yeah.
hundreds.
Okay, okay.
That's
Anything else
psychedelic.
about psychedelic?
It's gonna be weird.
Okay.
It's gonna be really weird.
All right. Thank you. Next.